What is going on, everybody? Welcome. It is Sunday, time for our AMA. I will try to keep a close eye on a lot of the chats there in case you guys do have a question. So be sure to yell at me and get my attention or something. But we got all-time highs happening on some cryptos out there. You know, we try to keep our mining profitability as high as we can, and that's why I don't really care what I mine with, whether it's FPGAs, hard drives, ASICs, CPUs. We mine with everything, and we maintain the highest profitability possible. Let's do this. So what's happening, everyone? What are you guys up to? How's everything doing? We see $70,000 Bitcoin right now. If you live in Canada, let's swap that to USD. So we're sitting at about 51.8 happening right there. I do want to mention one thing right quick. We do have Mr. Budweiser is in that chat there somewhere. So how you guys all doing here? I'm just running through everything. We'll do a quick kind of roll call, I guess, across multiple of these. So I do see Savage White Zero, Zapirate, Andres 23007, Mike Vega, Deegan to Earn, Ucurl, Bad Cat, what's going on? Zapirate, Sadie Sometimes, Shay Mining in the house, Tim I Am, Crypto, Ogre MGTOW, scrolling through, I'll try not to say too many names too many times, PCM, Jock McMiner, UK, Joseph, Kyla Rose, Bad Cat, I think I already said that, Grumpy Sarge Mining, Nicholas Pitts, what's going on? Mr. Rudd Putz is here, Atkins, what is that? Best YouTube. Me thinking it was halfway through. Daniel Porter. What do we got here? Just looking around. What's going on? All crypto. Tony Rock. It just skipped on me. I apologize. Mohammed Ragi. I got to jump on over here. I see Schaefer hanging out over there in the other live chat. And that one's not working too well right now. But yeah, so how's everybody doing right now? So yeah, it's an AMA. Ask me questions and we're going to look at stuff. But check this out. We go into this guy right, where is it? Oh, I lost it right here. So here we can see this is obviously, you know, most of the coins that I follow personally. Obviously your guys's will look a little different, but let's look at the last 24 hours in gains. Octa.Space, guys. Octa.Space has been killing it. Look at this. This is absolutely awesome. You know, followed by Zeph. Zeph is hanging out at $26.40 right now. Octa is down to 99. I believe it peaked at about $1.18. So that's pretty insane. That's pretty insane. I've been mining this. You know, a lot of people follow hashrate.no. This profit is that profit's that. I've been mining Octa.Space for probably ever since it came out pretty much. You know, a year or two there. I've been mining it around averaging anywhere. I'm down to only like 20, 21 coins a day right now. The hash rate has definitely been picking up ever since this did start spiking over the past 3 days. That means the rewards are down if you're unfamiliar with the difficulty there. But, you know, usually I was averaging anywhere from 20 to 40 to 50 coins a day, which is insane. So do the math over a couple years. I can safely say that every ETH ASIC I have, Jazz Miners X16s, all the iPolos, everything has easily ROI. Now, some early X4s and stuff, you know, I had them on Ethereum, and obviously they made a lot back then. But technically, if I sold everything right now, it would cover the cost. Official ROI across all the ETH ASICs has happened. So crazy times right now. Obviously, I'm not selling it. I'm waiting because we're just starting. Things are just picking up right now. It's going to be crazy. Next year, things are going to be exploding, and the FOMO is going to be high. But yeah, crazy stuff happening right now, guys. You guys watching your bags. Things are definitely looking awesome. You know, Octa.Space, they got the VPN thing happening. They are doing rendering with Blender. They got lots of stuff happening. They got nodes now, so it's almost like a vast AI where you set up a decent CPU, you set up a decent GPU, and you rent out your node. Now, they're calling it a node, but it's like a rental system. You're running this node, and people rent your hardware for AI rendering and Blender and all sorts of other stuff. So they got a lot of stuff happening here. That's one of the main reasons I've been sticking with Octa.Space. Hopefully we see nice things happen moving into the next year or so. But right now we're definitely seeing a nice pump happen. Obviously we got Zeph is exploding right now as well. Let's take a look at the CPU mining calculator at rabidmining.com right here. Check it out if you are looking for CPU mining profits. We're just going to load up the 3900X right quick, calculate that at 11 cents per kilowatt hour, and it's currently looking like a single 3900X is $1.18 after power. freaking $1.50, $1.50. If you're, and this is in USD. In Canada, this is like $1,000 a day. You know, obviously our money's not that bad, but it is pretty bad. But you know, we're sitting at $1.50 on free power, or very cheap power here. $1.18 on a single 3900X rig is pretty insane right now. Let's pick it up now. Let's look like a 7950X. Let's see what that is looking like on Zeph right now. That is freaking $1.88, $2.33 if you did have free power. And we're coming into, let's look at a bad boy. Let's look at a single epic here, the 7742. That is making $4.53 after power, $5.42 if you have free power. Then obviously we got the dual epic 7742, which is $10.71 on free power, $8.81 right now at 11 cents per kilowatt hour. That is insane. Guys, look at that. CPU mining is looking freaking awesome. You know, don't count out GPUs. GPUs are looking pretty good right now as well. Let's look at the 4090. $2.32 after power. We got the RTX 4080, $1.48. You know, the 4080, what is this? Oh, the Super was $1.48. The 4080 is $1.44. You know, look at this. We got profits happening across the board. We talked about this a bit yesterday, though. We're going to see high profits at the lower power prices, 10, 11, 12 cents for a while. Once we do start seeing decent profit at around that 25-cent mark, then we're going to start seeing possible, you know, mining rewards drop, because the difficulty is definitely going to start skyrocketing from there. But right now, things are looking pretty good, especially if you're mining some of these coins very early on. Now, we're going to see a lot of all-time highs this year. Why is that? Because a majority of the coins that we're all talking about right now have never seen a bull run. Never. You know, we got Dynex. It came out after ETH really did its thing. Flux, actually, it was here before it. It's seen a bull run. It shot up to over $3. So hopefully we do see possible $4 or $5 plus on Flux. It's seeing a nice run as well in my list here as being on the top, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gainers here. You know, I've always said Flux price is going to see some nice gains. It just sucks to mine it because it's not really that profitable. But if you're holding Flux and you got some, you're definitely going to make some bank moving into next year once they fully release everything they got going on their network there. We got XDAG coming up. Ravencoin is coming up. But yeah, what other coins have not really seen a bull run? You know, Neoxa, I think it kind of seen the tail end there. Ironfish hasn't seen a bull run. Powell Blocks hasn't seen a bull run. You know, we got Octa.Space hasn't seen a bull run. Zeph has not seen a bull run. Lots of these major coins that are profitable right now has never seen a bull run. So the speculation on what these prices could hit could be amazing. Like, we're seeing $1 Octa.Space right now, and technically we're very early. So could we see $5, maybe $10 on Octa.Space when it hits its peak? These are some crazy numbers that could very well happen. Now, when we start seeing these profitabilities pick up, what else happens? Can you guys tell me right now what happens to prices on hardware? Yes, all this hardware is going to start skyrocketing very soon. It is going to be too late to buy mining hardware soon, because then you're going to be mining at super high difficulties and paying 3 times the price of what you could get something today. So we are definitely getting down to that point in time where it's not going to make sense to really buy hardware anymore. The profits are going to look great at the time, but at that point, you're not going to have much time until we merge into another bear market. So now is pretty much a final notice, guys. If you're looking for hardware, it's probably a bad time to hesitate. You got to get it before they start skyrocketing. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Scrolling up here, do I have any best pool for L3 Plus? Red Putts, best pool for an L3 Plus. So a script miner, that will come down to what coin do you want. So personally, like, things could always change, but about 3 or 4 months ago, I did get 2 or 3 mini Doge 2s in accidentally, because 2 are actually supposed to go to Red Panda Mining, and they got sent to me. So in the meantime, until I actually found out about the mix-up, I knew there was a mix-up because I was only supposed to be getting 1 in, but I ended up with 3. And then it took a couple days, and finally, oh, you know, these are supposed to go to Panda. Long story short, I ended up with 3. So I was testing pools on script and getting Dogecoin. A lot of them most pools only pay in Litecoin, but, you know, I was adding up the values of the tokens I was getting. And for the script algorithm, getting Dogecoin, I did find that unminable gave the most rewards. I was making the most per day using unminable versus Litecoin pool and various other pools as well. So if you want Dogecoin or something, I would definitely recommend unminable for sure. And hashtag Rabid is a discount code there, only 75% pool fees if it's something you're looking at. So I would go with that. Now, if you're looking for maybe straight Litecoin or something, I didn't test and getting paid out in Litecoin. I still think Litecoin pool is one of the best pools to getting the most Litecoin. But again, I was getting paid out in Doge, and I did find that my rewards were higher, even versus Litecoin pool when I was getting Dogecoin. So, you know, I'd go between one of those two pools personally. And then also look at decentralization. Is it worth switching? Is a pool too high? And you got all that other stuff going on there. Chris Hanley, thanks for the content, man. Just finished my second CPU build this morning. 7700X and a 3600. Keep the videos coming. That's awesome. Awesome. Got your rigs up, running, everything's stable. That's wicked stuff. Kyla Coin. Kyla Coin's been bouncing around like crazy. I did finally hit one Kyla Coin, so that's awesome. Obviously, it'd be nice if that sees like $100,000 in price or something. I don't know what it's going to do, but it did see, what, $400 or $500, maybe $600? Possibly. I'm not sure. Maybe. I can't remember what it peaked at before, but, you know, Kyla Coin could definitely see some wicked gains there. Tanju Bendy, what do you think is better to mine altcoins on? Unminable or just buy them? That all depends. Like when I was mining, what was I did that test a little while ago where I put all my CPUs, my Kaspa ASICs, and I was trying to get Neoxa. And I actually found, you know, I can bring the sheet up right now. I can't remember the exact numbers. So we can bring it up because I was keeping track here somewhere. Now I don't know what I actually kept it under for track record wise. Uh-oh, what did I put it under? Interesting. Back here. Maybe I just, no, that's the X5, Ghost Rider, DNX, E3. Maybe I did it on an E300 test? Crap, I don't know where I kept the spreadsheet for that. No, not that. Okay, it wasn't there. Maybe it was under CPUs here. Let me see. Scrolling. Oh yeah, right here. Neoxa 24-hour test. So when I did this, I did find that I had my CPU rigs on there. Zeph was $19 to $20 at the time. I usually mine about 2.5 to 3.5 Zeph per day, $47 to $70 based on these two numbers here. Yada yada yada. Point is that I made 24,857 Kaspa in 24 hours with my Kaspa ASICs and CPU rigs on unminable, getting paid out in Neoxa. When if I would have just manually swapped it all myself by mining the coins individually and just did my own thing at the exchange, I would have ended up with 28,702 coins. In theory, that would work out to be 34 days to get 1 million Neoxa for a full node, or on unminable it would take about 40 days based on the current things. Everything's changing every day though. So that would be an extra 6 days to do it on mineable instead of swapping myself. Obviously, the price of Zeph has skyrocketed, so it would be a lot shorter now. This might knock me down to probably less than a month in order to rock in about, you know, this amount of Neoxa if I was swapping myself. But it did look out, at least for this pairing. Like I just finished saying, getting Doge on script, it looked better. So it all comes down to the exchange it's swapping on, obviously the volume where there could be big gaps in price when it's market selling and stuff. So it all comes down to the coins you're mining versus the coin you're getting paid out in, and how it actually, the variables kind of play out. So it's really hard to say what is the best. You'd actually have to try yourself, kind of like what I did with the Neoxa thing there, and get it from there. Because I, you know, as mentioned, it is better for mining the script algorithm when I was playing around with that and getting Dogecoin. I'm just going to jump over. Do I have any questions over on this side? So I see Dagger Culture. Yo, what's up, Dagger Culture? Saying cool. Oh, I see Mr. Fudd is over here as well. Sunday AMA. I put a KS0 Pro in my cart yesterday, but couldn't get myself to finish the purchase. I'm afraid the hash rate will keep increasing and make it obsolete. No, that's a very good statement. Obviously, the hash rate will. Now, I did say this before that it seems like every 30 to 60 day cycles on Kaspa. And that's due to the fact that it has to have a reset to remanufacture all the ASICs again, and then they go online. So you're going to see a big spike for about a month, and then you're going to see a month of no really spike coming onto the network at all, no matter what happens, because there's no more miners. They're all sold out. And then we're going to see another month where it picks up. Now, obviously, we also have what's different about just worrying about the network difficulty and hash rate is Kaspa also has a block reduction every single month. So even if the hash rate maintained exactly the same numbers, which it won't, it's going to keep going up, obviously, here, but the block reward also drops. So it's almost like adding an extra difficulty onto that because the emissions is so fast when it comes to Kaspa. But because of that, we're seeing a new all-time high on Kaspa. The price continues every couple months to keep breaking new all-time highs. So if the price continues to keep doing what it's doing, and if it goes to $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, who knows how many dollars, that Kaspa at that point, you know, it would make a lot of sense to even run one of those little K0 Pros, because if they're going to be making quite a bit, they're going to ROI very fast. We're still technically at the tail end of a bear market. So if you're looking at ROI values right now, they're probably 6 to 100 times longer than what the coin will be once it hits its all-time high. You could be paying off a lot of these miners in like less than a week in theory, based on if you get on it ASAP. But again, you know, I'm not saying go out and buy these miners, guys, but you know, we don't know what the price of Kaspa could hit. It's speculation, and there's potential for massively fast ROIs if you're mining it right now. But yeah, so there's that thing there. So hey, Red Putz, I see you're over here too. 1982, what's going on? And coming on to this one, I see there's someone over here, so I'm just gonna say hi. How's it going? There's someone hanging out in that chat over there, but not saying anything. All right, so there's that. I went through a couple chats there. Coming back into the main one. What do we got here? Mod squads. Got the mod squads. I just bought 3 KS0 Pros. Oh, Michael Smith just nailed in with 3 KS0 Pros. The other thing with the KS0 Pros, they are a very popular miner for Kaspa. You know, ROI, this, yada, yada, yada. But the point about them as well is they don't use any power, especially if you don't overclock them. They're only 100 watts for 200 gigahash. It's not going to break your bank. You're not going to go bankrupt trying to cover thousands of dollars worth of power bills off only 100 watts. It's like leaving a 100-watt light bulb on, essentially. You know, you left the light bulb on. Oh no, our power bill went up extra $1 this month. You know, you're not going to notice it. It's not going to do anything major, and it's quiet. So that's why these are popular. They're very popular miners for a lot of people out there. I do believe Ice River still has a couple KS0 Pros installed, depending, you know, what platform you're watching on, whether it's a subscription, in my profile, whatever. I do have multiple links to trusted ASIC manufacturer and websites that you can purchase these things, because there's a lot of scams out there. You definitely want to make sure you're ordering from a legit source, especially when things start skyrocketing. We're going to see miners here hit thousands and thousands of dollars, not just a couple $1,000s like they are now. We're going to see like $10,000 to $50,000 miners again. It's going to be insane. Things are going to be absolutely insane. Has Vish resolved their recent issues? I'm not sure. I don't know. It looks like the chain is moving again. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Vish AI right now, right quick. Vish. We'll just go to Vish. Price is still tanking, so that's a bad sign. This does use next to 0 power, so that's a good sign. But 3 minutes, 3, 6, 2, 2, 8, 10. Yeah, well, it looks like the chain's moving again at least. That's one bonus. There's a little bit of volume, not too shabby, but yeah. Oh, DJ Mines is in the live chat right now, I see as well. He asked me earlier about, because I mentioned I saw a bunch of posts going on about Kaspa's actually being used for payments. Payments now, guys. You know, payments, you know. You actually, instead of sending it to an exchange, sell it, swap it to fiat or something, you can actually legitly use Kaspa at a couple places to purchase things. One of them is a real estate agency known as X10. They're out in the Philippines. Yeah, it's far away from us and stuff. But the point is, it only takes one to start. And then it, you know, goes on from there and goes on from there. You know, it's a small step into moving this. So that's awesome. There's also, there's some dentist somewhere that said he was accepting Kaspa to do dental work. That's pretty cool too, huh? Don't you think? It's all a start. It's all a start of how things slowly emerge. Obviously, peer-to-peer transactions is really big when it comes to coins like Monero and stuff. Don't have to worry about an exchange. Technically, the value is whatever you want it to be. If someone wants to sell you a Lambo for one XMR, that XMR to that guy is worth $200 and some $1,000. That's the bonus of peer-to-peer transactions and stuff and utilizing stuff. Obviously, someone's not going to sell you a Lambo for one XMR, but you kind of get the point behind the whole concept and stuff. I accept Kaspa for feet pics. You tried it out. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. That is crazy. Nothing from Vish Dev. Still nothing from the Vish Dev. A lot of these devs, they kind of they disappear, but hopefully something happens. Like, I don't know really what's all going on in the background. Definitely gonna have to look into it to figure it out, because Vish has been making a lot of people some decent cash over the past few weeks here for sure, especially with the low amount of power it uses. Rabid, why the power consumption for CPUs doesn't show up in Hive OS? Do you have an idea? Joseph, I am assuming... Oh, the power consumption. Never mind. I was thinking about temperature for a second there on 7000 series, where you got to use the beta version. So, yeah, no, there is no reading from the CPU for Hive OS, but you can manually do it. That'll do a whole bunch of stuff. But if you go into your settings, you pick your rig, go into your settings. If you know the power it's actually using, you can set how much power it's using, and then Hive OS will track it. So it will add everything, and from that point, Hive OS will display how much power it's using per day, the cost of that's costing you per day, and so on. But when it comes to any CPUs, yeah, there's no reading of the power there. So just hook it to a watt meter. You know what your rig's doing roughly. Slap it in manually, and then you can get a total power draw for your rigs and everything in Hive OS that way. It's manual, but maybe they'll fix in the future. We'll see. Should I just try my luck on Zeph solo mining on my single set 3700X, or mine it on a pool? Just a friendly question. Well, I would recommend pool mining. Even if you had massive amount of hash rate, I would still kind of recommend it. But it's always fun sometimes to move into the solo stage. You hit an early block under 100%, awesome. You get a big smile on your face. Or sometimes, you could hit 2, 3, 4, 500%, and that's just a bad time. So I recommend pool mining all the time, but it's always fun to try solo every once in a while, just because, it's nice to mix it up sometimes. But, yeah. So pool mining, I'd recommend for sure, because you don't want to miss out. Because remember, the rewards are going to be dropping. I don't know when. We don't know the emission schedule on Zeph. All we know, it is slower than XMR. That's it. So, tomorrow we could see, right now the block reward's 10. Tomorrow it could be 8.5, maybe only 9 or something. We don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to start happening. So just try to get as many coins as you can right now before it's too late. Because, guys, once we get into the bull run and the FOMO starts, people are going to be buying, building CPU rigs like crazy. People are going to be putting on their GPUs again. People will be stacking up FPGAs, stacking up ASICs even more. It's going to be insane. Hash rate's going to go through the roof right across the board. And then we're going to be back to the I wish stage. If you guys don't know the I wish stage, and maybe you're fairly new to crypto or something, which is, just fine. That's awesome. Learn while you can go. But once we get into the bull run, guys, there's going to be so much hash rate smashing out these profitable coins that our yields are going to drop. So example, if you're mining, say 1 Zeph a day right now on your farm, you might only be mining a half a Zeph, or, 0.02 Zeph per day. But at that time, it still could be making, like $40, $50 a day, depending on how high the price goes. So right now is yield central, and you're going to want to stack that. Wait for the time to sell. And we don't know when that's going to be, but, whenever you feel the right time to take profits is right for you, that's the time to do it. Don't let anyone else tell you different. If you took profits, that's fine. I took profits the other day. I sold Kaspa the other day at 16 cents. I sold some Zeph the other day. Why? Because I wanted more rigs. Yeah, that's why. So it's okay to take profits. Some people be like, oh, you could have waited. Now, I know I did the same thing back when Ethereum was only like $80 to $100. You know, I went and bought some 5700 XTs. I used ETH. It cost me like 5-6 ETH to buy two 5600 XTs or 5700 XTs, the Sapphire Nitros. You know, good thing they're the Nitros, because they ended up costing me like what, $12,000 to $15,000 once ETH peaked. If Zeph hits $450, I spent, was it 70 Zeph, I think it was, and then like 8,000, 8,500 Kaspa or something like that. One of the two, something like that. But you can see, if you know, if Kaspa hits hits $1, that's $8,500 I spent right there. If you know, Zeph hits, you know, 450, that's whatever, that times 70. I just spent like probably $30,000-$40,000 on two rigs. So don't ignore that. Forget about that. If you think the profits are right, you want more rigs, whatever, it's okay to take the profits. You know, don't let these little things like the numbers I just threw out to you bug you. But that's probably how it's going to work out to me. These two rigs are probably going to cost me $30,000 by next year because of that. But you know what? It's okay, because I want more rigs. So that's what it's all about to me. Yep, sold some Kaspa to buy another KS0 Pro last week. See, that's what it's about. And like, I've always used crypto to purchase my mining hardware. Always, from day one. When I first started mining crypto, all I had was a gaming PC. I originally started with a gaming channel, Rabid Gaming. Check it out, guys, if you want to see me play games like Ark Survival Evolved and things like that. You know, there's a Bitcoin mining game there for Roblox I play sometimes and make some videos on. But you know what? I started with a gaming channel there. It's almost at 2,000 subscribers actually. So yeah, go subscribe, guys. But moving forward past that is my gaming PC is a 2060 KO and a 3900X. And I started mining Monero. I started on NiceHash actually, and I was actually involved in the original Ethereum hack. You know, the DAO, it was weird. Red Panda Mining was involved in the hack as well, but I was on NiceHash, and you know, I was making about $1.20 per day on my 2060 KO and about 80 cents per day on the 3900X. You know, hash rate was pretty low back then around that time. That was early 2020, I think, maybe late 2019. I can't exactly remember, but that was about the time frame we're in right now. ETH was very cheap, and all of a sudden my 2060 KO shot up from $1.20 up to like $3.50 or $4 a day on NiceHash. So I was like, what is going on here? This is awesome, wicked. I'm just have a big smile on my face, mining away. I'm like, yeah, I'm mining some crypto. This is pretty good profits here for one GPU. And then all of a sudden, you know, I found out a few days later, the whole DAO hack went through, the 51% Ethereum, then they forked, and all this stuff happened. So, yeah. Oh, no, that was 2016. I'm thinking the one after that, after when ETC was doing this thing. I know I wasn't mining back with the 2016 hack. This is 2020 when ETC kept getting 51%ed on that, and yeah, it was just a bad time. So anyway, we were making a lot of money at that time and we were laughing, but then I found out I was part of that. But regardless, the point is, it took me 1 year. I was mining XMR. My first dedicated CPU mining rig took 1 year to buy a new one. And my first dedicated rig 1, actually it's rig 2, because rig 1 came out of my workstation when I upgraded to the 5950X and put it in my workstation. Now it's on a 7950X. But regardless, you know, rig 1 became my original gaming PC CPU. Rig 2 was my first dedicated rig, and it was all bought and paid for with XMR. That's what I did. I slowly expanded, not using any pocket money. It was all 100% crypto. So the first year, I built my first dedicated CPU mining rig, and then it only took 6 months. You know, everyone says, oh, the ROI on one rig is, you know, this many days, 1,200 days, 5,000 days, whatever. So I count my farm as purchasing it. You know, as I build, as you expand, as you get bigger and bigger and bigger, you know, then you're making more and more per day. And that's what I use to start building more rigs. So at that point, you got one dedicated CPU mining rig out of a gaming PC after 1 year. That now I have two. Now I have a part-time rig and a full-time rig. That took about 6 months. And then it takes about 2.5 months to build another one. Then it takes 1 month. And at this point, I could technically go out and build a rig every couple days if I wanted to. But now I'm starting to get to the hodl stage because we know how much that's going to cost. But it's all about slowly expanding over time. And I use my crypto to do it every single time. And as your farm expands, it gets larger and larger. You know, you might look at some 30 cents only on making on that. You times that by 30, 40, you know, you're starting to make a lot more than 30 cents. That's how I look at things. You play those crypto mining video games. I think of mining as a freaking video game where you're playing crypto mining simulator, you're stacking rigs, all you got to pay for power. It's so slow to get your next rig and your next rig. It takes forever when you're first starting these games. But as you get larger and larger, there's a point where you hit this point. Next thing you know, you have like unlimited money because you're mining so damn much crypto. That's how it works. You know, sure, there's no difficulty adjustments and stuff in these mining games, but the same principle kind of applies where you keep expanding and expanding and expanding, and you're doing it while it's cheap, which is right now, because it's about to get a lot damn more expensive here pretty soon. That you're going to get to the point where, wow, I'm just making bank every single day and I'm doing this. You know, I don't care what the price of crypto is. I'm going to go buy another rig. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use that, whatever. And, you know, it just happens over time. So that's the way I look at the whole situation. That's the way I look at mining. And I have zero issues spending crypto, dumping crypto to buy more hardware. It's you know, that's what I do. You know, you could disagree with me, but this is, you know, this is my channel. This is the way I look at things and the way I do things. Everyone has their own opinion. Daniel Gates, thank you very much for the US $5 here. How's your Hive Mapper doing? I make a cooling fan that clips into the heatsink. You can see it on eBay. I DM'd you in Discord if you want to try it. Oh, very interesting. Oh, that's cool. Personally, no, I don't think I need it. I live in Canada. It's pretty cold. But I guess, you know, people in the desert, if it's hot out there, you'll probably want one of those. Technically, you know, every camera gets hot, so you don't really need those fans. But if you live in a very hot climate, then it'll definitely help. But yeah, sure, you know, I can definitely check it out. Personally, I don't need one for the Hive Mapper because I'm not touching it in the first place. But yeah, you know, sure, we could check it out for sure. And some people, especially in hot climates, might really like something like that. But yeah, definitely, you know, Hive Mapper has been doing amazing. I've had it for a little over a year. It's actually as of December, I had it for a year. I'm sitting around, you know, I only map when I go to town once or twice a week. I go to a different town each time, so I'm mapping and staying updated with the things. But, you know, depending when I hit 34 cents there, I was upwards around $18,000-$19,000 from 1 year just driving around. So it definitely covers gas, and I'm hoping by next year it smashes some new all-time high, and then, you know, I might be able to buy a new car courtesy of Hive Mapper. That's my goal with that. You know, I have goals for everything on mine. I don't just say, oh, I'm going to cash this out and do that. You know, my Hive Mapper, maybe it'll get us some new vehicles or something. You know, my CPU rigs, it's just going to go to the moon. So I don't even know. I'll just buy yachts and stuff, I guess. I don't know. You're going to have so much stupid amounts of money after that. It's going to be insane. I'm just kidding, guys. Don't take that to heart. I'm just playing around right now. Just don't go into a massive FOMO mode or something. Seriously, if you're starting new, guys, start with one rig. Learn how it works. Get the tweaking down. Don't just mass FOMO into, you know, 1,000 rigs, and the next thing you know, well, I don't know how to set these up, or I don't know how to do this, or then all of a sudden the prices drop, and, you know, things always happen. So just be very careful, guys. Don't just let that massive FOMO stage hit you right away. Learn how things work first. How much is an RTM node? They are 1.8 million RTM is needed for a node. FOMO in full send. Neaxel or Pyron, what would you mine? Personally, right now, I'm mining Carlson hash. Yeah, you're like, what? Why? What are you doing that for? Easy, because all the hash rate's leaving it, guys. Let's look at this. So right now, obviously, Nexella is making the most money, so people are on that. Let's just take a look at this. We'll go to Nexella right quick. Open this up so we can see. Look at the hash rate, guys. It's actually peaking up right now because the price is starting to come back down. You guys can't see that, can you? Do I have one right here? Nope, that one's not right. That one's, oh wait, maybe I can. There we go. So yeah, big one. All right, so as you can see, the price is starting to come back down, and because of it, obviously the hash rate is now starting to teal off here per se. So all the hash rate moved off a lot of coins. Obviously, this isn't just magic GPUs popped in and nowhere for this coin. So as hash rate spikes someplace, it has to come off of another place. So if we look at Carlson right now, for an example, and I don't know, like, it hasn't really been doing anything, so it's probably, I'm just wasting power at this point, but I don't really know here. But we can see, look at the hash rate here, dropping down to nothing. What does this mean? That means your yields are starting to get pretty damn high. So I just been hanging out with the 4090. It's one of the most efficient GPUs you can have while mining, for mining in today's age right now. So it's in my workstation while I'm not streaming or, you know, gaming or making videos or something. It's mining away. So it has been mining Carlson ever since Carlson released, actually. And now that the yields are way up, you know, if we see some type of spike happen in Carlson, it's going to make mad bank because the yields are high. So as everyone is focusing in, kind of like how the mainstream media does, they focus your eyeballs over here and they're doing something over there. Hopefully I don't get banned for saying that. I apologize, but that's pretty much what's happening. So as everyone is pointing their hash rate over the Nexella there for the pump, the super high yields are happening over here. Now, again, this is speculation, and if something happens on the Carlson side of things, which it does look like the price is starting to come up a bit, but not much. We can see here it's starting to come up a bit, but still it's very, very low. But the block reward is also 50, where Nexella is only 15. So you're getting a lot of coins here. So if we see, you know, a couple 100% happen on Carlson, it's going to be worth more than if I was mining Nexella right now. So that's other ways to look at crypto and decide what to do. But, you know, it's more of a risk route, I would say, because now I have to hope that Carlson actually does something. And, you know, that's the part we don't know. Is it going to do anything? Because it hasn't really been doing anything at all, ever. So, interesting stuff there. So, I guess that's the answer to that, Tyson. Did that kind of answer your question? Will altcoins also get a stable little pump to higher price as BTC also settled near to its all-time high? So it's interesting. So Bitcoin usually does the same thing all the time based on the 4-year cycles. It pumps every 4 years, somewhere around October to December. I'm guessing it's going to be around October, November when the actual high happens at the end of next year. And then altcoins, and it's, you know, 1 year from the all-time high, it's going to be back down to the bottom and the start of a new bear market. But we're not talking about bear markets yet because we're excited and pumped for the upcoming bull market. But regardless here, so altcoins are very tricky. Some altcoins hit their all-time highs. Some could hit them this year. That's why we don't know. And then we're going to be like, oh, well, Bitcoin's not going to, you know, pump till next year, so we have to wait. It might go higher. It might not. Altcoins are very, very tricky. And if you've been watching, some of them, it's almost like the same few do the same thing each time, and all of them, you know, every second or third pump of Bitcoin, they do it. You never know. But some of them pump before Bitcoin, and then all of a sudden they come down, and then Bitcoin has a pump, then it comes down, and then a couple weeks later when Bitcoin's dipping, we see other altcoins start to do their big pumps. So altcoins are very tricky. I don't know which one's going to do what when, but, you know, all I can really say is if you really start to see a coin that you have start to explode for like a couple weeks to a month straight of just solid, rock solid gains, I would probably say it's probably getting close to a good time to take some profits. You know, or all profits. I don't know. Just do your own risk management there. But altcoins are very tricky. You never know when they're going to hit their all-time high. And like I said, some could happen this year. Some all-time high could happen this year and not next year when Bitcoin will hit its all-time high. So it's very tricky to really, you know, say when it's going to happen. Now, obviously, everyone you see on Twitter and here and there, you know, analyst people, you know, they change their mind every 2 weeks. They'll tell you this and then that and then this and then that. You know, 2 weeks, oh, it's going to this and it's going to that. And everyone's always going to be saying it's going to go higher. It's going to go higher. It's different this time. It's different this time. HODL, buy more, buy more. Don't listen to all that trash garbage. You know, Bitcoin's not going to go to 1 million. It's not going to 500,000. We're already seeing stupid numbers like that for in the next 3 months. It's going to hit this. Not happening. But we're going to see nice gains for sure. So just do your own research, I guess. If you see massive pumps happening on your bags, take the profits. It's okay. So yeah, you know, that's my 2 cents, but not financial advice. Do your own thing. All right, I'm going to jump into a different chat, see if we have anything going on here. I have started. Okay, we got Kaisusis here. I have started with 1 card to mine back in 2021 with your how to mine avian like a king video. Oh, yeah, how to mine avian like a king. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a couple new ones for that. You know, I used to do those how to mine Raptorium like a boss and things like that. Yeah, I remember those. It was fun. But anyway, since then it's growing its own crypto money. Thanks, Rabid. You did a great job on this channel. Hey, thank you. That's awesome. Thanks you for the nice positive comment there. Awesome. Kwai can't get into the Discord. Oh, I apologize. Sorry. If you're having issues with the Discord, you guys can try to DM me. I'll try to confirm that you're not some type of weird bot, and then I can manually bypass you. But yeah, make sure you do have DMs and stuff on for Discord to enter there. It looks like What is that? Did you stop mining on your computer before streaming? Yes, Scaper. Sorry, that's an old comment you put there. But yes, I did stop streaming stop streaming. I stopped mining on my CPU and GPU before I started the stream today. Unlike yesterday, where that was an epic failure, but you guys said it still worked out all right. And coming in this platform, I don't see anyone talking away here, so moving on back. Alrighty then, hitting the refresh because it seems like if I don't do that, I get a big lag happen. What is this? Techman, set up a Miss Canada crypto channel and use the voice changer. Get Simps to say. No, no, no. That's like scamming. No, I don't scam. That's bad. Bad stuff. Oh my gosh. That's insane. So I see a lot of tags here. What's happening? Will Jazz Miner come up with some Kaspa miner? You know, that's a great question. If they did, oh my gosh, I wonder what that thing is going to do. It'd be insane. But no, I haven't heard any rumors of that. The only rumors I really heard about Jazz Miners, and again, I haven't had anything to really confirm it yet, but there has been some background talk about a script miner and a Bitcoin miner. And imagine, now you're like, okay, why would they want that? Now picture this. Picture a Jazz Miner's been blowing Bitmain away in terms of efficiency on their miners. So now imagine a miner that's possibly around 90 to 100 terahash that can run on 120 volt and quiet. Well, I don't know if it'll be quiet or not. Hard to say how the model they do. But picture that. Imagine 100 terahash. I know everyone's like, oh, we're at 200 terahash miner and stuff now. Yeah, but they're using like freaking 5,000 watts. Imagine something that can run a 120 volt. You know, a 15 amp 120 max is like 1440 watts. So could we see like a 100 terahash miner at like 1,200 watts, 1,000 watts or something? That is the insane numbers that I would expect to come from Jazz Miner. And that would be game changer for home miners, you know, coming in that efficiency. Yes, the hash rate is extremely high and the difficulty is massive on Bitcoin. It's probably still not going to be that great because of it, but it will probably be one of the best miners in terms of efficiency. Same thing for the script. Script blows away Jazz Miner blows away Bitmain. Could we see just some abnormal, insane hash rate coming out of a script miner? We do have the rumored Locatech supposed to be dropping sometime at the end of the year. No idea if it's going to happen until we can actually see a physical device actually hashing and working that we can confirm this. But, you know, 2 gigahash at 145 watts is insane amount of efficiency. So, yeah, so it's going to be pretty crazy how the future is going to happen for script. Now, script has been a very popular algorithm. Obviously, Dogecoin could it hit $1 again? That's the big, or not again, but at least could it hit $1 this time? That's the big question a lot of people have. Litecoin will constantly is a main coin. It's going to go up. But the script profitability has been down quite a bit lately, even with the big bad boy L7, because the hash rate's been picking up so much here. And now, you know, if we see all 3 of those miners possibly emerge, like the new L9 is definitely coming, probably by the end of the year. It's just set time. Bitmain will drop it probably this year. You know, if we have a Jazz Miner plus the hash blades, we're going to see a huge hash rate spike happen on script, and you know that could possibly turn into a Cadena at that point. You know, and by Cadena I mean just massive hash rate floods the network, and you know profitability drops to nothing. So I'm really iffy on mining script right now until we see what kind of miners actually emerge, because I do feel if all 3 of those happen, there's going to be a massive spike, and it's not going to look good for even L7 miners out there compared to this new gen hardware. It's going to be insane. But yeah, you know, again, you know, speculation. I don't know how this is going to play out at all. Frederick Marciello, we got Rab Mining. Good morning, good sir. Are you thinking of putting your ETC ASICs on the ETMC pool? They will reward the miners and ETCMC tokens as well. Thanks. So yeah, interesting question. So as we know, ZIL is moving away from, you know, proof of work, is moving to proof of stake only sometime by the end of the year. And, you know, I did drop a video on that. If you guys are unaware, check it out, search it and stuff. But I don't know, like it could be delayed, but at that point, ZIL's going to be gone. There won't be no more ZIL mining, which was a major bonus for a lot of these script miners, because ZIL alone at the current price of these miners could ROI these machines by the end of the year, which is crazy as long as ZIL does hit at least 23 cents, which was his previous all-time high. So if it hits those numbers, awesome, great. Everyone's just rocking Lambos at that point. But it's moving to POS. It's going to be gone. So yeah, that's another option that I'm definitely looking at to see how it is. I really feel ETC is going to see some type of explosion here again. Hopefully it does see a new all-time high, and maybe way beyond it would be absolutely amazing. But having the ability to mine another coin with it would be awesome. ETC plus ETC POW, they have the 50% reductions in emissions coming, 50% reductions for every 500 nodes. So it's going to be down to, really taking away that sell pressure. So could the coin go up? Again, depending who you ask, they have a totally thing. Other people say the project's dead. Other people have high hopes. We have no idea. But having the ability to mine that other coin alongside ETC would definitely be, it would be awesome to add that extra profitability. So I am going to try it for sure, and I am excited for it. I just don't know how it's going to play out. Now, the other iffy thing is, depending on the other ETH coins, as I just finished saying, I was all in on Octa.Space for these ETH ASICs. They're also paying out in pack, where I think I got like 6 gigahash or something on Octa, which also pays an extra 10 pack. Pack has been increasing up to, it's like 14, 15 cents now. So that's like an extra $1.50. If it goes up to $1, that's an extra, what is that? I messed that one right up. I did not do that calculation right at all. So let me just go 10 times 14 cents. 10 times 0.14. So that's an extra, that's an extra $1.40. So if it goes to like $1 or something, that's an extra $10, which that was easy math. I don't know how I failed that. I need a calculator for that. Everyone can laugh at me now. Thank you. But yeah, that's an extra $10 a day off just pack. So it all comes down to the price of ETC POW, and the block reward reduction on Octa.Space got delayed, but that's still going to happen in the next 2 months or something like that. So, it all comes down to what's happening. Now, if ETC POW, for some reason, does start seeing big price pumps, and ETC is doing good, and ETC becomes the main go-to coin, that could also lead to a kind of a centralization of mining pools, which is something to worry about as well. Because now if you're getting good rewards on, say, ETC POW, as well as obviously good rewards on ETC, and everyone moves to the one pool, that's probably going to be the only one that's allowed to do it. I imagine maybe they'll allow the contract to other pools, kind of like what Pac-Man ended up doing with Octa.Space, but I don't know, because kind of, it's their own DAO, it's their own thing, it's their own specialized mining pool. Maybe it's only them that'll be able to do it. I don't know what the whole future is after that. But if both coins start popping off and it looks like that's the best way to mine, we'll have everybody flood the one pool, and that would look kind of bad in theory. So yeah, it's really hard to really see what the future is going to look like. But I have high hopes for it. Hopefully it does good things, but we'll have to wait and see once it finally comes out and what the hash rate and everything is looking like. Hopefully that answered your question. ETC will go back to $100. Octa.Space is unknown. Yeah, Octa.Space, that's a huge unknown. Could it hit 5? Like we've already seen it hit $1.18 today. Could it see at the peak? Could it go to $5? Could it go to $10? That's insane. I'm sad to say, but I did, again, for the same reason I mentioned I sold some Kaspa and stuff. I sold about 2,500 Octa.Space 3 or 4 months ago at like 60 cents. Because I wanted to buy a different rig, or I wanted to test something. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, I sold a bunch of Octa.Space back then for that. I have quite a bit more. I've been mining it forever, but, it's just, obviously it'd be worth a lot more right now. But yeah, crazy stuff. I will send out briefs for BTC. What do we got? I think Ergo, Bitcoin, Gold will do amazing. All these coins. Speaking of Ergo, when was the last? Do you guys have bags of Ergo? When was the last time you touched it? Mine has been sitting in the wallet since before even Ethereum went POS. And if I remember right, there's a thing where it gets dusted, slowly gets dusted. If you do not touch your Ergo for 4 years, it then slowly goes to miners through dusting on transactions. So keep that in mind. If you haven't moved your Ergo for a while, you might want to load up your wallet, move it right quick to a different wallet and then back or whatever, but make sure it's not dormant. I don't know what the easy, maybe you just have to log into your wallet. I don't even know. I got to go actually do mine because I I don't even have my wallet installed on my computer for the past 3 years or something. So I definitely got to do that before they start dusting it away. Is Locatech Hashblade really going to work with script, or is it smoke and mirrors? Well, it's geared up for smoke and some minor AI, allegedly, is what they're claiming. But until it actually emerges sometime at the end of the year, we won't know. Once I know for sure, I'll definitely be saying, hey guys, it's coming, or it's here, it's working, or I'll be like, all right guys, not happening. But right now, like, who knows? It's speculation. We just gotta wait. Zero idea. TechMad, need to dump my Ergo before storage fees. Isn't Ergo binning their chain and moving to Solana? I don't think so. Are they? There was that net, unless that's that Neta thing, because there was that Ergo had that smart pool and the Neta BTC thing, and you could earn extra Neta if you had the NFT and then all this stuff. Now, I did buy one of those NFTs for that because I loved that smart pool. It was awesome. I was mining on it for a bit. But now the owner of that wants to move. That might be what that's all about. I don't know what chain he's moving to. That might be the Solana thing. He wants to move the Aneta whole thing, cancel it on Ergo, and move it straight to whatever other chain it was, which could be the Solana thing there. And then at that, I don't know what's happening. I remember Son of a Tech was talking about it, and he was mad because he has one of the NFTs as well for the same reason. The pool shut down, went AWOL, and it sounds like they're refunding people or something. I haven't looked into it yet, but that just might be that Aneta BTC thing there. So I'm not 100% sure on that, but I don't think Ergo is going to Solana. I think it's that thing that was built on Ergo is moving to Solana. But again, I'm not 100% sure on that. No Ergo for me. Once a dev team says miners are dumb and miners are the problem, I leave the project. Okay, so did they say that? Is something actually happening? Are they moving to POS? Because that is something I had no clue about. I totally missed that one. So is that happening? I can't see that happening, but I don't know. We've seen stupider things, like look at ETH moving to POS. Look at ZIL moving to POS. So is Ergo actually doing the same thing? I don't think so. I haven't heard that, but I'm not saying it's not out of the question. I'm going to have to look it up and find out. You know what? I'm going to Google it right now. Ergo moving to POS. What happens if I put that in? Ergonauts. Why proof of work? Explanation about proof of work versus Cardano POS. What is Ergo will complement Cardano education for your POS. Yeah, I don't know. I'll look into it some other time. It would be weird. Yeah, I don't think they're going to POS. I think it's that project that was built on Cardano or Solana and then built on Ergo as well. And now that project is moving away to the other one. That part I know is happening, but I don't think the Ergo chain is going to POS. What happens if you don't set minimum payout? 0.5 in exchange takes 1. Minimum for the day they say is all gone. Can't get it back. What happens if you don't? So yeah, that's a very bad thing when mining to an exchange. It's never recommended to mine to an exchange. Obviously, a lot of new scam coins. You don't know if the wallet's going to hack you or not. So we do mine to an exchange because we plan on selling it anyway. But if you do end up mining to an exchange, and hopefully you plan on selling it within a couple days or a week or something tops, don't use that as a wallet to hodl it on, because that's a bad idea. You could lose all your coins. But make sure you check to see if there's a minimum deposit amount, and then set your pool to that minimum amount at least. Set it higher so you know for sure. And then do a small test transaction from mining or something to make sure it's working. But if you are getting smaller payouts from the pool that are less than the minimum that they accept to the exchange, yes, they will not show up and you will lose your coins. So make sure you're setting higher than the minimum that the exchange accepts to receive. CNeta is moving to ADA. Yeah, that's the one. CNeta, those guys. That's the one. That's the Neta BTC and all that stuff, and those Neta Angels and everything that was happening there. I'm having 2.23 BTC. What to do? HODL or sell? You got 2.23 BTC? Awesome. You know, not financial advice guy. I can't tell you what to do with your crypto and stuff like that. Obviously, we're going to see Bitcoin go up. We're going to see alts probably go up even more. But, you know, choose your coin. You already got the Bitcoin. You may as well HODL it out. But do whatever you want. I'm not telling you where to put your money, because then by the end of the next bear market, I don't want a lawsuit. Not financial advice. Do your own thing. Oh man. So why wallet address shows why wallet address shows it's there, the exchange says it's gone? Huh, like the Explorer shows it's there, but the exchange, yeah, I don't know what that goes. All I know is, though, if you don't send at least a minimum, maybe it doesn't show up at that point and it's just lost. Maybe they stole it from you. I have no idea, but yeah, I'm not sure. Just make sure you send over the minimum each time. Waited this long, ride the bull. Yep, the horns are growing. They're almost out. It's almost time to go. You know, we are so close to that bull run. It's insane. It's insane. You can already feel the FOMO in the air. Can't you guys? We're seeing prices skyrocket. Everyone's excited. Everyone's happy. Everyone has smiles on their faces. Things are happening. I still think there's a definitely high chance of one more pretty big dip coming. But after that, guys, it's just smooth sailing. We're rocking. After that halving, you know, it's not going to be anything crazy. We're not going to magically move into a super huge bull run after the Bitcoin halving. It's going to take a few months. You know, I'm thinking around end of the summer, early fall there, you know, around October, maybe a month earlier. We're going to start. That's when we're really going to start, you know, clamping down and seeing prices rise. It's going to be nice, smooth sailing. Things good after the halving for sure, but that's still not quite the start of the actual bull. But it's coming, guys. This year is going to be insane, especially by the time we get to Christmas time. Whoo-wee! People are going to be, FOMO is going to be strong. Very, very strong. Thanks, saved. We'll check it later. I'm thinking of buying Kaspa. Yeah, go for it. You know, a lot of people, not financial advice again, but a lot of people have high hopes for Kaspa. You know, $1, $2, $5. No idea. You know, I think a safe guesstimation, 75 cents to $1 could be optimal for this run. But hey, you know what? If it goes up to $2, $3, $4, that's awesome. You know, I am not going to complain if that happens. But don't expect these things to happen. Don't expect that these magic crazy numbers will happen. You know, there's a good chance they won't, but it'll be awesome. Bull run, baby. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Those are some expensive shoes. All right, moving on over here. I can't get in the Discord. Dusting. Oh, Dagger Culture. Oh, and I was referring to the Ergo thing with dusting. So, Dagger Culture, if you're still there, by dusting I don't know what they actually call it. I'm calling it dusting. But Ergo has something in there so that when they actually get Ergoed out, you know, all the blocks have been minted. Like, there's no more minting Ergo anymore because you hit the maximum transaction or the maximum minted coins from mining blocks. Now it's only transaction fees at that point. And to keep the transaction fees a little bit higher, it's going to be using, and it's already doing it now based on, you know, wallets that got lost or something, but it uses the coins inside those wallets that haven't been touched for 4 years, haven't moved, haven't showed any signs of life. Slowly, like, it's not just going to dump your wallet, it's gone as soon as the 4-year thing hits. Like, you know, like 0.001 or, you know, 0.0001 or whatever. I don't know the exact number, but it's going to slowly dust it out of the wallets, and then kind of, you know, it's going to go to the miners over time. Now, in theory, like, I guess it's based in code. It's not necessarily a hack, but to me that almost seems like a vulnerability because now the chain can access everyone's wallet and slowly pull it away, you know. But I'm sure they got some type of security stuff happening. It just seems kind of weird to me that something can magically pull your Ergo away if it's sitting there for so long. But yeah, I don't know. But that's kind of what I meant by the dusting thing there. Still no one happening in this one over here. All right, back over here. Refresh. Can you overclock a founder's card? FE cards? Yeah, which one? 49. Like, that's what I got. I got a RTX 4090 founders edition. Yeah, you can overclock it for sure. Now, really, like, think about it. You know, the AIBs literally, they rip everybody off because they're more expensive. Obviously, EVGA had the better cooling. This is a major thing. If you guys watch Gamer Nexus, he touched up on that a lot. Is maybe this is the main reason EVGA pulled out, is because the main thing about it is usually the FE cards weren't that good in terms of cooling. They'd overheat, things like that. Sure, you could change pads, whatever. But, you know, the AIBs, they always put on a lot better coolers and stuff. Now, in theory, the 4090 and stuff, NVIDIA actually did good in terms of their cooler and stuff. And it keeps the cards cool, plus they can overclock it. So there isn't really that need for the AIBs. Now, you see all these AIB versions of GPUs. You know, you got this and the OC and the OC Plus and the OC Plus Plus turning into Intel and 13 nanometer to the power of 6 squared 7 times plus 4. You know, kind of going on there on their things. So you got all these different OC versions of AIB cards, and it's exact same GPU. Exact. All it is a slightly overclocked base clock, which you can hit with the Fount 4090 anyway and go above that. You know, maybe some of them have extra voltage control, but I also think, you know, majority of the ones that were melting components were a lot of the AIBs, which are already overclocked from the start, and then people overclocking it even more to withdraw so much damn power out of them. But that's all the AIBs are doing is, yeah, they have a different cooler and stuff on there, which the FE, which is the cheapest card you can get, and the only card I really look for, especially for mining, because you want to get them as cheap as frickin' possible, and they're doing just as well. The cooling is good. They're working what they're intended to do when it comes to miners and stuff. And all the AIB versions is the exact same thing slapped onto a higher price, and then they got it overclocked a little bit as a base clock, which you can just do on a Founders Edition anyway. So AIBs are really just ripping people off at this point, and this is probably a main reason why EVGA got out of the GPU market in the first place, is because the NVIDIA FEs are actually doing really good. But, you know, don't correct me, I'm not the big tech guys like they are, but that's just how I've been kind of gathering the information I've seen. So, yeah, don't get ripped off by AIB guys. Just go with Founders Edition. It's the cheapest. Sure, they're hard to get as well, but that's really the only difference is, you know, they got a slightly faster base clock on their GPUs. Okay, what do we got here? Use RAB125 to highlight questions. Don't spam chat. Oh, love a shushi kick. What are you asking? I'll try to scroll up and find that. Looks like someone said, make sure you tag me. What do we got? What do you think Neoxa and Radiant can go? I have no idea. I have zero idea how. I don't know. You know, like I don't even know what their price is now. Like, what do you got there? Neoxa and Radiant. So let's go to. What is Neoxa? You know what? Let's go to this. What is Neoxa right now? Neoxa right now is, remember, I don't know how to read charts. You want to know how I read charts? This is how I read charts. I'm going to go back to the 1 year here, guys. So here you can see the big spike of the, what is this guy? So Neoxa was coming in here. A lot of miners did a pump. There's a sideways twist tornado with a hurricane coming up the right here. This guy popped a massive Viagra pill, and it just skyrocketed to a pump right here, which then didn't last very long because it was a Chinese knockoff, and it just dropped. So that is a bad scaling investment right there in terms of those pills. So that tornado came in here, wiped out half the continent here, and then we start to see a rebuild process happen here. This is how I read charts, guys. I don't know how to read charts. So regardless, the point of this whole situation is what we do is we come in and we see, so what's the all-time high of this coin? Like, we're not in a bull run yet. It hasn't seen one. So what year is this? This is 2022. So obviously this is bear market times here, end of 2022, mid-end, and it hit 1.7 cents. So Neoxa, could we see 5 to 10 cents? You know, let's go 20 cents tops for Neoxa, which would probably be a pretty damn huge gain. You know, that might be way too high. So I have no idea, guys. Not financial advice. So there's Neoxa. Is it going to hit $1? Most likely not. At least not this cycle. Let's look at RXD. You guys like my chart readings? You know, should I do chart reading videos or what? This is what Bitcoin's going to do in the next month. Rabid and charts, always a pleasure. Yeah, I'm awesome at charts. Anyway, so what do we got here? So this, oh man, so Radiant here in, what was this? This is in 2023. So last year, around March, January, February, March, April. So April of last year. It looks like someone was mowing the lawn and they got this one finger cut off. Now, if this finger was still here, RXD is really flipping you the bird and saying, you guys, you know, you can just right now, is what RXD is telling you. And then obviously it collapsed from there because he cut his finger off and he's bleeding out. See the red? He cut this finger off, gave you the finger, flipped you the bird, and he's bleeding out with all this red. Bad stuff. So ultimately, RXD is bleeding out and it's not looking good. But it doesn't mean nothing bad can happen because this has not seen a bull run. There is a lot of hype around RXD and good things could happen. As for a peak here and a spike, I have no idea. What was this number? This was 007. Let's go another. Let's do 5-10 cents again. Let's try 5-10 cents for a peak on RXD. You think that'll happen? Obviously, $1 would make a lot of billionaires out there, but I don't know if those numbers will happen. Guys, I can't read charts. Not financial advice. I don't know how it's going to work out, but a few cents will be nice when it comes to a lot of these coins. Oh, RXD is halving soon? Okay, but just like any other previous halving, it doesn't really do anything except make the coin harder. So we're going to see hash rate drop. It's not a magical pump thing. It might be a buy the news, sell, or what is it? Buy the something, sell the, I don't even know, sell the event. So I forget how it works. Brain's not working right now. But, it's probably going to see a pump during halving and then drop again. But halvings never cause a magical spike in a coin and it just explodes to unknown levels. It doesn't happen. Every time there's a halving, we usually see a pretty big dip happen afterwards. So keep that in mind, but we're going to see network difficulty drop. Miners will pull off and so on. That part's pretty much a given there. But I don't know what these all-time highs are going to hit, guys. I don't know. I can't read charts. Buy high, sell low. That's usually what we do and we fail miserably at it. Actually, we're pretty good at the buying high and selling low. I'm an expert at that. If you want to know how to buy high and sell low and lose money, I am your guy to show you how to do it. You don't want to do that, though. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, 2144 unread messages. I missed the first 2143. What are we talking about? This crazy, that many messages? Guys, we have 236 viewers in here and only 89 likes. Coming into the other one, we have 5 viewers. And I don't know if I see likes or anything. And then in the other one, I see 1 viewer and nobody saying anything. And I can't check what's happening on X at the moment. So I apologize to anybody that may be watching there. Let me just go to my destinations. Oh, I got 4 people hanging out on X. So everyone that's watching on X, much appreciated. That's awesome. Thank you for checking this out. But yeah. Best YouTube, I like your vid. Awesome. I'd pay for that course. Oh, man. Crazy. Anyway, guys. So, Mr. Red Panda actually went live 11 minutes ago. So, I do urge all you guys to head on over to his live stream. He's giving away KS0 Pros. So, you're not going to want to miss that. I'm going to see if I can find a link right quick. Let's just go into here. I'm just going to find, where's Mr. Red Panda Mining? Oh, wait, is it not live yet? Oh, I don't think he's live yet. It says waiting. Or he's supposed to start and he didn't start yet. Oh, he doesn't start for 48 minutes. He was supposed to start at 12, I thought. Okay, never mind. False alarm. Panda didn't start yet, guys. He didn't start yet. But he is giving away KS0 Pro. So if you're unfamiliar, you can possibly win a free KS0 Pro Red Panda Mining stream that's starting in about 48 minutes time. So you guys can head on over there and check things out. As for this live stream, I do appreciate everyone for showing up, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Rabid out.